Good morning, wonderful people, wonderful you. You are a wonderful person. In today's video, I want to talk about slowing down in life, in the way that you walk, in the way that you talk, in what you do. I noticed the other day, or I noticed yesterday, that I was seeing myself in a situation where I noticed my coworkers or the people I was around, they were, I noticed around me in my environment, there was this sense of urgency in the workplace. And I noticed this sense of urgency, and then I got home and I noticed my family having this sense of urgency. And what it did for me is it made me reflect on, like, okay, so how am I showing up in the world? If I'm seeing this in them, then it must mean that there's a part of me that's feeling urgency, feeling like I have to be somewhere or do something or be somewhere other than I am. And so as I was reflecting on, okay, so if I'm seeing this in them, then this might be in me. I started to breathe, and after my meditation this morning on it, I realized that slowing down is huge. Like just taking a second to take in your environment and really pay attention to what's in the environment and focus on what's right in front of my face. Because if I always take care of what's right in front of my face and I do it with a calm, steady cadence, then everything that I do will get done how I want it to get done consciously. And so what I did, so what slowing down does is it creates consciousness in the moment. It creates a present consciousness. I am here now. And then keeping things simple in your environment and keeping things simple in your life allow me to have a slower cadence just by nature. Because the less things that are in my mind space, the less things that are in my environment, the more focus I have on each of those things. So like, let's say I have 8 different hobbies. In each hobby, I'm feeling like I have to get to the next hobby. And there's a sense of urgency of like, I gotta get all this done. And what that does is it creates, when I'm doing one, I'm thinking about another. And that's why slowing down is so important and keeping things simple. So let's say I just do one hobby, or I pick one hobby and I focus on it. Well, now that focus is directed at this one thing, and I'm no longer thinking about or having running in the background of my subconscious mind all my other hobbies. It's just this one. And so then you could show up completely to that one, whether it's a hobby, an event, an environment, a workplace, anything. You stick to the one, you keep it simple, and then when you feel ready to expand on it, you expand on it. Or when I feel ready to expand on it. But starting a whole bunch of things all at once, or overwhelming myself with like anything that would cause me to feel a sense of urgency or a sense of I have to get this done and this done, it's not worth the loss of consciousness that goes with it. So I remain conscious by keeping a steady and slow outlook on my environment. It's super beneficial. Being a slow, steady, simple being, just being as you are in the world, you're gonna find that it's very peaceful. There's a lot of space. And another thing is this influence. So others, when we come around, or when I come around others in my environment, if I sense their urgency, but I'm not aware of it, like I'm not conscious of it, I may actually just pick up on their urgency, and now all of a sudden my body's moving in an urgent way. So for me, when I enter into a situation, I slow myself down so that I may pay attention to the situation and remain conscious of what's happening. So that I know, okay, if I see this in others, that's okay, because I know that I'm not going to put on or display this behavior. And what eventually starts to happen in that new environment is, if I remain conscious for long enough, my behavior will be the leading behavior in the environment. And it will slowly start to influence those around me in a positive way. So by slowing yourself down and by keeping your own mind in a place of simplicity and paying attention, by keeping it there, it will eventually and slowly start to influence your environment and the people around you. Just as their sense of urgency once influenced me, I'm now becoming a conscious creator, a deliberate creator, and influencing my environment by remaining conscious. And you can do it too. I actually got some tea this morning, and on the tea it said, every journey, even a journey of 1,000 miles, starts with a single step. And it's true. It's like making something up in your head to be this really, really grand vision is super powerful. And it can be inspiring, and it can light a fire underneath you. And it actually does. And it's an amazing tool, a vision, because that vision can just light you up. But the entire vision won't be realized in just one day. And so it can be broken up into a bunch of different, it can basically be broken up into just some behaviors and some actions. A couple behaviors and a couple actions every day will lead to this vision. And it's like, okay, so if I can change my mindset, behaviors, and actions about this thing, then this thing will eventually become realized, whatever this vision is. And then once you've figured out the vision and you've chosen it, and like, I've made this decision about what I want, and I've drawn it up, and I got the vision board, and I wrote down the goals and whatever. And then you come into this, okay, what are my daily methods? You know, what am I doing daily to support this vision? What is my daily behaviors, mindsets? What is my daily actions that support this? And then let that thing go. Because now you've built out these little, like, even if it's 5 little things, like 5 disciplines, behaviors, actions, and mindsets. All. Those are the things now that you're becoming. And just by doing these 5 things, this vision will be realized. So this vision will be realized because as you improve yourself, as each of these 5 things, as you improve yourself at becoming better at each of them, you will start to scale yourself. And whatever the vision is will start to become realized just by itself. And then you have this reflection. You have this reflection ability where you can look at it and you can say, well, this is where I am. This is what I'm doing. This is how it's going. This is how it's going. This is how, but it's just slow down and enjoy every moment of the process of getting to the vision. Because you can be happy and satisfied as you're fulfilling these things. You can live your life how you want to live it already, and be as happy as you want to be already. And that's what's going to slow it down. Because now it's like, you're not trying to get anywhere. You're not trying to get to the workplace. You're not trying to drive there. And you don't mind if you got to sit 4 minutes behind a big truck who missed the light. Or, you don't care, because none of it matters. All that matters is this feeling inside you. And once you feel that feeling, and you wouldn't speed yourself up for anything. You wouldn't get angry at that truck driver, or you wouldn't have any road rage, or you wouldn't be impatient, because you'd just be feeling so good all the time. And why would you want to feel bad? Why would you want to create any type of negative feeling in your own presence? There's no reason to. So it's like this acceptance of this slow down world, because there's nothing that to look forward to, and there's nothing to look back on besides your memory. It's all created in your mind. All that there is right now. And so in this moment, we can be fully present. And in that full presence, in that full acceptance of this moment, that's where the happiness shines through. That's where the satisfaction comes in. That's where all these positive emotions start to bubble up and start to become, you start to embody them. And it's not like you have to do it all at once. It's not like you have to be everything that you want to be all right now. But it's almost like when you accept that, and you accept your simplicity, and you accept everything that you are, it's like all that stuff that you want to become just naturally bubbles up out of you. Like, it's just like accepting this moment and accepting this present moment. Slowing down. It's a great time to slow down astrologically as well, because of the Mercury retrograde that just ended. It's a great time to just slow down. Take it in. Simplify. Yeah. And so that's what I've sort of been doing, focus on the purpose, focus on what I'm doing, and everything else will just fall into place. Everything else will just fall into place. And the reason why it falls into place is because I take very good care of what's right in front of me. Very good care of it. So, and that's because I'm fully present. I'm taking it slow. Like I'm not skipping any steps, or doing things in a rushed or hurried way. And that way, everything that's in front of me gets done in a way that I want it to get done. And there's no having to go back and correct my old actions. There's no having to redo stuff. There's none of that. So yeah, being present, taking things slow, it's great. Work for you a lot. All right. Have a great day, guys.